I'm just waiting. Got it. Just going to confirm that we are live within the group. Just give me a quick second, making sure that we're here. On your end, does it say we're recording? We're live?
Yeah, meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Okay, just waiting for my phone, ladies. It's not coming up. I just want to make sure I'm in the right group. Unlike last time. Oh, here I am. That's a different spot to be in. Okay, beautiful. So welcome, gorgeous human and beautiful souls. Welcome to today, Goddess Day, and welcoming in the goddess energy in today's call. I'm Alicia Lucas.
And I'm Eva Lucas.
And we're coming to you from the Krystallineascension Mystery School Temple. And hello to, oh, Lillian's watching. Hello, goddess, she says. You too as well. So today we're going to be speaking about the upcoming leaders to the new paradigm who are claiming their inner powers of both Destroyer and the Creatrix to really destroy the illusions and create new experiences from truth, destroy old footprints and create new illuminated pathways, to destroy entities no longer serving you and create a new empowering identities, destroying internal toxic programming and create new inner lighthouses to withstand those storms. So if you are watching the live, do say hello in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, do let us know with a hashtag replay, as we'll circle back around to you as well. So this is episode 7 of Sacred Soul Sparkles, which is a divine series where we speak into new ways of creating spiritual luxury in your inner and your soul-aligned life and legacy in your outer worlds. So just tuning into what's today and the energy that is around us, it is with the energetics in our reality and timeline ascending to those higher vibrations. We are seeing at this time many beautiful souls awakening within their human vessels, and they are either new or even deeper connections being established between self and soul and other forms of consciousness, such as the consciousness of your business, of money, and of your higher self, which we feel is really truly exciting to be a part of and to actually witness these deeper connections and these awakenings of this soul essence within. And it's really accelerating our inner and outer shifts, our perceptions, our awareness of who we truly are and why we're truly here. Let us know in the comments if you are experiencing this or you are part of it, or if you're witnessing this. Do let us know, because we feel that we are accessing more truth at this time. So for some, it's as though we are quantum leaping moment by moment, sometimes to stepping into our highest versions of ourselves, our highest timeline, our highest reality, maybe our highest mission, and even our highest legacy. And when we do this, we are able to see the illusions and the false identities, the toxic programming, and the paths that lead us to, you could say, enslavement, where we are giving our powers away and not claiming our powers within. Just a quick reminder here that we are superhumans. We are goddesses. We are stardust, and we are the ancient elders, the wise women, the masters, all in this beautiful human form, in this beautiful vessel, right? So we are the transmuters, those transcenders, the generators, the creators, the destroyers, activators, healers. And we can hold so much of this power, magic, and medicines that we can really utilize for ourselves, within our business, and for the earth and way beyond. And our inner vessels or temples or lighthouses, however you want to refer to your human vessel as, have either forgotten how to hold this within, or they may be too old to hold these powers, or they may not have come to earth with this new kind of inner architecture to hold this, and may need an upgrade to not only awaken, but to activate this within, so you are able to embody these beautiful, powerful frequencies and the magic within your human body. So today are here to either share something that's new to you, or remind you, or even offer you a new perspective, or maybe even possibly having it anchor in on a whole new level. Either way, just know that you are a sovereign being and you can choose to take what resonates and always leave the rest. So we feel that in order for leaders of the new paradigm, the new world or the new earth, we believe are going to need to claim more of their inner powers. And today we're focusing specifically on the powers of the Destroyer and the Creatrix, and how you can utilize this within your inner and your outer world to be living at your highest truth in all areas of life.
Perfect. Beautiful. Welcome, everybody listening here on the replay. So I'm going to speak more into identities. People take their identities very seriously, right? We really do. We really hold on to them. Old identities identify who we are, what we are like, our social connections, and the groups to which we belong to, right? Because like attracts like. So our identities of what we're like will attract similarities to us, and this is where we find ourselves. In addition to reflecting who we are, our identities influence our behaviors and our reactions to events, right? We filter what happens through the lens of our identities. So our identities determine what's important to us and what we pay attention to. And they also guide our behaviors and emotions, making aligned or misaligned actions based on our identities. In the last several years, identities I felt have played a really huge role in our lives worldwide, right? We were at times, I felt forced to face some realities, which is a good thing, let go of old realities, but I felt like we also were forced to choose new identities just to fit in. Who here on the replay or listening has felt that a couple of years ago that we were really forced to take on other people's identities just to fit in? Right?
Sometimes it's a little bit delayed.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Lillian says.
Yeah, but what I felt when I was really reflecting on this, that forced identities are never sustainable for those that are choosing the ascension path. And eventually we need to surrender and at times reach out for support to see what identities one has masked their pure heart and soul with. And you're going to hear, I just heard Rainbow, Alicia's cat. Rainbow is really speaking and sharing her expressions right now. So if you hear a little meow, that is Rainbow in the background.
Yes, she's a goddess too. She likes to put her hand on my clothes before I notice anytime I lay out my clothes on my bed before a call like this, she puts her hand on them. I feel like she's energizing it. So she's definitely a beautiful feline goddess as well.
That's right. So yeah. So identities have been following you and building layers upon layers on your physical, emotional, and our mental bodies. So who here knows, everybody listening knows about the onion that needs to be peeled off a lot at times, only to reach another layer, another level of the same thing that we were peeling off, right? It's a constant evolution. It's constant motion. I don't know if we will ever be done, going from one layer to another because we're always evolving. But the last 2 weeks, I've been really, it was really being shown to me over and over again how important it is to call upon that destroyer within inside of us and really go deep into the mental, emotional, and physical bodies to clear out more old identities. We call it the destroyer, but know that your inner destroyer is the one who can get into the issues in your tissues and bring forth this old stagnant identities that no longer serve you and see them in a new perspective so that you can be free to claim who they really are in that moment, right? It's as even that shifts who we are. I feel like there's another surge coming up, leveling up. We have to ask who we are, because as we grow and evolve, who we are is always changing and evolving as well. And I just feel like we're at that point right now again, to sit quietly and ask who we are and why are we here. So for me, I think it was in my early 40s when I was really getting to ask those questions of who I am and why I am here. The who I am is the mountain of identities that at that time that I was really, really attached to. And some may have been projected by others that I really clung deeply to, right? Some identities like being the good daughter. You will only be rewarded if you are nice and kind. You have to be a committed employee. Really, I attached myself through my own lens. And then what I was told the other day, that it's time for me to ask myself what identities that I have actually placed upon another that is still a part of my identity. So that was really interesting. I heard a lady talk, that was a couple years ago when I was first getting into this, and she was talking about identities. And she was talking about her daughter. Her daughter was delayed, so she did everything to support that delayed daughter. She bought the best teachers, like the best mentors, that she like devoted everything to her, and nothing was really happening. And then she realized that it was because of the identity that she put upon her daughter. So once she started taking it back, the identity that she was imposing upon her daughter, and really just allow her daughter to be who she needed to be, all of a sudden her daughter was successful. She was growing, she was evolving, because she took off the identities that she was holding upon her daughter. So I thought that's important, right? Like that's a really important thing to really even consider what we're putting upon another person. But if we want to build our mission legacy, make our passion come alive, one of the responsibilities is becoming aware of some of the identities that we have that are keeping us from reaching and shining that inner lighthouse lens, right? So when you heard about this, I know, is it just Lillian that's on here? Lillian?
No, Jill has joined us. Hello, a
Hi,
little late,
Jill.
but gorgeous to see you both. And then when you were speaking, yes, identities has been really coming up again for sure, Jill said. Lillian, yes, I can totally relate to what you're saying, Eva.
Yeah. So before you came on the call and you read the title, what identities came up for you right away that you heard that you would love the destroyer to meet that creator within inside of you?
Now will be a little bit delayed.
Okay, so I'll keep going then as they type. So, but the creator and this is destroyer are, to me, it said two brilliant pieces of inner love. Right? One that has the inner knowingness to see through all the false illusions, the stories, the heart pain attachments of false identities to stay stagnant, to please another soul, whatever the reason is. But this destroyer loves you so much that it will do anything to support you to rise and be that creatrix fully embodied in her sacred powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really feel into that.
Right. Lillian wrote Medicine Woman Lily. So she had heard her higher self when Destroyer meets Creatrix. I think for myself, when you were speaking there and when I was tuning into it in the beginning, was that I was imagining, like, imagine that you're walking on this path and you're ahead and you see your end vision. I feel like that destroyer energy would go boom, just clear the pathway for you, drop everything and just allow your creatrix self to walk forward very beautifully. So you're utilizing both of those powers in the most highest and purest way for for yourself and for others. But Jill says, lots of things in my identity where I can now see I've not been able to achieve what I wanted to do or achieve. Time to let all of those parts go. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So just love that destroyer within inside of you, because it is here to support you on your path. So we will touch a bit on old identities that are still hanging on, whether it be in your mental, emotional, or physical bodies, because I do go into that energetics of Is it in my feelings? Is it in my emotions, right? Is it in my mental? Is it in my thoughts? Like these identities, where are they hanging on to, right? We've been alive for lifetimes. Where have we stored them, right? It could be in our little baby figure, the smallest little bone, but where are they? And really start going in there and really start cleansing and clearing those identities. So for those of you who have been listening, by now know that I like to share through metaphors. So I'll be doing a little bit of that today. So I'm going to ask you to come take a walk with us. And as I share, see if you can relate and acknowledge them as old identities within you that are still lingering on. Now, I was shown 3 ways in which you gain these self-inflicted identities. There are the ones that you took on, right, from early age and were basically imposed upon you. What others projected and you accepted, right? The ones that you place upon yourself based on where you were at that specific timeline. And we really have to nurture that one, right? Because let's be honest, we had to grow and evolve. We had to go through all these identities so that we could one day support another person. So let's not judge all our old identities, but let's, know that, yeah, it's time to let those ones go. That was in a timeline that no longer serves me. Let's move forward. And like I said, the one that I was shown where what identities that you project upon another that boomerangs back into your auric field. And interesting, but yeah, it's something to really think about and see that perspective, right, of what we projected out, we receive.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah. Sorry, didn't want to interrupt you, but I was thinking about that because that is something that I've integrated into the teachings with the children, because when I became more aware of it myself was that, if you would hear a statement or, if they would say, just, any kind of judgment, it was just bringing that awareness to them that, energetically, can you imagine now you've just shot an arrow out of your mouth into their energetic field, possibly popped a hole in their auric field and allowed that energy that didn't serve them seep into their energetic field, you know what I mean? So just calling it back to us and transmuting it. And then vice versa, if you feel that projection placed upon you at the same time, not allowing it into your auric field and sending it back to them or transmuting it, however that might come up for you. But I think that one's really important. The ones that are kind of like those sneaky ones, I feel.
Yeah. We don't know where they are and here, but they are here. Yeah. So identities can be layered upon you. And the more the same kind of identity you end up with, it becomes a pretty hefty, thick layer, right? Because like I said, like attracts like. So if we have this old identity hanging around, say our shoulder, and our shoulder is really like, what's going on? But we attach so many of the same identities to that shoulder that we covered up that light in that shoulder. We covered up that healing, that nurturing that we could do into our shoulders. So we got to start taking it off, right? We got to start allowing the light that's inside of us to really go out into the physical and then heal ourselves. So some identities you may have, you've probably touched upon many of them, right? But I'd like to share some identities to tune into today. And there may be more that is coming up for you, right, as we're talking. But I will, for today, call these identities rocks. That's why I got the rocks around me, right?
Oh, I just clued into that now.
as they are heavy and dense, right? But they are also movable. And so these are the rocks that still need crumbling so that you may leap forward to living your highest truth of who you truly are and who you came here to be and create in life and in business. We're all stepping into that next part of ourselves where we really want to not shine, but really create that business ripple effect out to everybody, right? So tune into these and see if these identity rocks that you are still holding on to that are not serving you or blocking you from becoming the highest version of yourself. Ready? I'm not good enough. That has been coming up to me a lot. Like, start looking at where may I still be projecting that and holding on. That was about like for 2 weeks now. And I feel like this heavy dizziness going on inside of my head. And I'm like, Where am I holding on to I'm not good enough version, that identity, and why, right? And how is it serving me? I'm not spiritual enough to connect with my higher self. I can be spiritual. I can't be spiritual and be a businesswoman at the same time. I can't hold the amount of money I truly desire. Everybody thinks that I just want more money. I'm inauthentic to desire more money. I can't lead from the unseen. I can't serve others unless I have a certain number of years of experience, or I don't have the titles, the certificates to prove that I'm an expert. I can't download my greatest mission or purpose. I am stuck in the hobby mode of my business, right? The starting, always in the starting phase of my business, and you can't get past that hobby mode level. You see, many identities are beliefs based by old, and let's call them really outdated teachers, whether or not they were your loving parents or your loving authority teachers, they're outdated. Excuse-itis, right? There is an excuse for everything of why things are not working and why we don't have the funds to move forward. I'm not tech savvy. Therefore, I will not make it on the online world. Another huge one that was for me. I've only ever knew lack. Oh, it's easy for others, but not for me. I'm a female. I have a hard time expressing myself. Share within the comments what come up for you. Was one of those resonated more for you, or did a new one come up here for you?
I'll just see. Sometimes it's a little bit there. All right, if you want to speak into one of them until I see if there's any comments.
All right, because we're going to go travel a little bit. So who here would like to take a journey to destroy some rocks and create a new illuminated pathway? Are we ready?
All right, so the money, Lillian, the money one resonated the most for me.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And she's not alone, right? All right, so center yourself. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry,
All right.
Jill, stuck in the startup of my biz came up for me. There are others I'll want to lead into as well.
Right, yep. So let's center yourself. Take a deep breath. And if you like to, close your eyes if it makes it easier. Imagine a path filled with large rocks that you must walk on, as there is no other path on either side. And before you begin, I want you to bring a tool with you on this walk. This will be your destroyer. It may be dynamite, and I've used that in the past where I actually put dynamite in all the rocks, and then I had a designator, and then I blew them all up at once, like poof, like, you know, just create mass dust, and then I just allowed it to go out into the universe, right? It may be a beautiful golden spray of love that's going to dissolve them. It may be a powerful sieve where you sift in the wisdom and you just leave what no longer is yours, right? With your tool, begin walking, and you feel the rocky, unbalanced feet beneath you. You look down and you see that these huge rocks seem very active, and they're moving all around, making you feel unsure of your own footing. Just imagine some rocks. Some may be for you and some may not. But be in awareness that even if you only have a few, these rocks or identities are still holding you back. And then I saw other rocks where they were actually releasing a vapor and it was going up into the nasal passages. And when you breathe them in, you immediately knew what the emotion was underneath these rocks or within these rocks. And then there were the rocks that were bringing you messages and pictures into your mental world. And you are aware of the trigger of the old beliefs touching your mental area, aura. So this is going into your knowingness. And some of the things that may unfold are trust, the identity of trust. Rocks that have limited or blinded your perception of your trust of yourself. Trust that the universe is actually supporting you. Trusting that you are beyond worthy to live the deliciousness of this life as you desire. A false sense of security projected by loved ones, by society, by media. And remember, you got the tool, and this could be quick. Just use your destroyer tool that you brought along with you. Another one that was shown was false stories. Just look around you. Is it just a small pile, or is it a large mountain of rocks? False stories. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. I can't naturally access my gifts, so I must not have powerful ones. I am from the 3D world and not spiritual. Here they were showing me that this is a great place to just sit with these rocks, these false stories, these false identities, and just allow the wisdom to pour out of these stories and into your energetic field, and just really allow the rest to crumble to dust. Right? You're in charge. Just breathe in, sieve in the wisdom from these stories, and just let the rest go. That's a huge one. I could feel it in the heart. And remember, you could always come back to this part and do some more clearing. But as you stand up, you look ahead and you see a lighthouse in the distance. And this lighthouse holds what you are becoming as you walk towards it. As you walk towards it, what is one new identity that you are ready to invite into your physical journey today? What do you think or feel that you need to embrace to become a new world leader? And you are. And as you keep moving and walking forward, it's time to connect with your highest level of your businesswoman self and ask, what new identity are you ready for? I'm going to give you a couple of examples. It may be the innovator. It may be the strategist, the embodied creatrix, the initiatrix, the high-level creation conscious woman. the businesswoman who serves her soul-aligned clients. Perhaps it's the identity of a manager, the CEO, the delegator, the optimist, the flexible businesswoman, the bold, the courageous. Just look at the lighthouse and what identity is illuminating back to you from your physical lighthouse. Take a deep breath and just feel the power of your illumination as you come back to your physical body, grounding yourself. And as I continue, you could share in the comments, how did that make you feel? So who here is listening feels that the more one knows who we are on a soul level, the identities that we're hanging on so tightly will begin to disappear. The more we take aligned action on what we love and what makes our heart, our souls, our cells happy, old identities will fade away. Imagine soaring every day with what you desire, because you are already committed to knowing who you are and why you are here. You find you cannot even relate to any of these old identities that you've experienced because you are on a different timeline, and it's as if they are non-existent, right? As you walk forward, claiming your leadership business and take the supported ingredients of new identities, of becoming the best leading edge businesswoman, one can easily become more of the aligned human version of all that you want to hold, become, and illuminate.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That was really, sometimes I really can't, or not, it all depends when we're on this call together. A lot of times I'm holding space, so at times I will do it after. But Lillian said empowered. Jill said lots of beautiful ones there. The embodied creatrix spoke to me. Beautiful. I was just going to ask, what did you destroy on your walk, and what did you claim, or what new identity did you see and start to claim? So I want to share my experience, which was at the very beginning, I saw like these hot lava rocks that was kind of like unbearable to walk upon. But nonetheless, I stepped forward into these lava rocks and onto them. And as I was moving forward, it was almost as if I was changing them, in a way, destroying them, but transcending them into like all these beautiful diamonds that eventually, like, it became this whole land of this sparkling diamonds that I actually went down to reach up and actually like consume, to really feed my soul with all these beautiful new identities or these new frequencies that they're holding. And then when you had brought us to the lighthouse, I can see it was almost like this beautiful wind was blowing. And I imagined what I saw in myself was this beautiful dress. I would say it's kind of like modern / new earth kind of dress. It was very flowing, very long in the back, but at the front part, it went up to like about my knees where my legs were showing. And just in the physical reality, I don't really like to show my legs. And the reason why they were showing me my legs is because I was wearing these more like these modern day heels, which that's something else I don't wear in the physical reality. I don't own heels. I don't wear them. So it was kind of like that mixture of that modern day businesswoman, all standing in her empowered, glorious self, and these new earth vibes are just flowing through. So, and all these beautiful diamonds were surrounding me. So that was my experience. So that was a beautiful experience. Thanks.
That was beautiful. Yes. Yeah.
Energized myself today.
So I guess we're going shopping.
Yeah. This is my vision. No. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, if you want to share, whether you're watching the replay too, what did you destroy specifically? If there was something that you destroyed specifically, maybe you want to share how you destroyed it, how it made you feel. Were you able to destroy at least one old identity? And what did you claim today? Jill, wow, gorgeous. I felt boulders stuck on my foot, keeping me from moving forward. blasted those away. So they turned into a beautiful sparkles of light, which turned into a magic carpet propelling me forward. Oh,
wow,
love this.
that's beautiful.
Yes, I love
I love
that.
it. Yes.
Oh, I like when everyone has such different, unique, and visions and things that come to us on how we want to destroy and how we want to create. So
Yes, I love that,
beautiful.
because when she was talking about the boulder, and that the one of my visions was when I was going through all this, it was like a big weight of gum, like how gum, and my foot was sticking to the rocks, and you can't get the rock off your foot and everything. So it's interesting how everybody's version comes out. It's beautiful. That's great. I
Yes,
love
I
it.
love it. Yes. So see how we can use this powerful destroyer energy, not in a way that maybe first everyone had perceived it to be. Mandy says, hello, goddesses. I'm on late and I've removed stuck energies from 5-year-old me today so we can move forward. Yay. Beautiful,
Yay.
beautiful. That beautiful
Yes.
inner little goddess self coming in. Love
That's
that.
what, right. Let's give her a hug.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Lillian, my feet felt like I was drugging through thick mud to keep me where I am. I used TNT to destroy the stuck energy. What's TNT?
Dynamite
Oh, TNT.
TNT.
Okay. Sorry. Beautiful. Mandy, yes, we were hugged for some time. Oh, beautiful.
Ah.
Love this. Love this.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
But we wanted to include another heart call here today on this call. And this call is specifically to all the beautiful heart-led businesswomen, the divine feminine entrepreneurs, and the conscious intuitive leaders in their industry at this time who have mastered their outer world with business, external luxury, and money, and who may be on their spiritual path already, but now desiring to go deep into their inner world, into the mysteries of their soul, and into their own inner universe. So, but maybe you're already hearing the call to step into a whole new paradigm of creation and of creating that soul aligned life of inner luxury now, so that you can shift your money consciousness into sacred wealth consciousness that really creates an even greater impact within your business legacy, for yourself, for your community, for humanity, and for Earth and beyond. So within our current reality and the rising of consciousness, think of it as you have mastered this realm of consciousness. And let's say even I are mastering the higher realms of consciousness. And now we're going to put the call out there for us to meet, for us to work together, to co-create together. Could you imagine us blending this beautiful high-level businesswoman with this high-level primordial creatrix? I feel it's another, when they collide, it's another boom. It's a magnetic boom, because we're going to co-create these really together, become these embodied creatrix leaders, these new world leaders who are creating our soul line legacy impacts at our highest level, weaving our soul legacy embodied in our highest truth, in our divinity, which I feel, or we feel, that would impact our life, our business, and our wealth, which then in turn, at the core of it, co-creates heaven on earth, that new world, or what some call new earth. So I feel like we could speak more into this, because this is truly what we're super, super, super passionate about. And but if this is speaking to you, to your heart, to your soul, do reach out to us, as even I specifically have created an activated masterclass called The Sacred Meeting just for you. Or again, if this is speaking to your heart, just reach out to us. So then that way we can co-create some real magic together. I just want to see if there's any comments. There is some here. Hold on. Jill responding to Lillian, brilliant. I saw the Roadrunner from the cartoons as I read that, when she was talking about the TNT dynamite. And then Lillian, Jill, it's what I feel like. And then Mandy, I love the sound of that. So beautiful. Once again, thank you, beautiful goddesses, for joining us live, or for those watching the replay. We always love to connect with you on an energetic level in the ethers. So no worries if you're watching the replay. So much love for today, and enjoy your goddess day, destroying or creating and stepping into these new identities. Lillian, this was brilliant. Thank you. You are so welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes. Much love.
Bye for
Bye
now.
for now.